So, as you may know now, Britain is on lockdown. We are not allowed to go anywhere. We've been doing social distancing for a while, which is kind of a buzzkill when it comes to having a travel channel because I can't go anywhere and I can't show you anything at this time unless it's like throwbacks. But something hit me. We are still allowed to go to the grocery store. And as I have to go there anyways, I thought this is the perfect moment to show you the weird stuff British people are eating. And I know internationally their cuisine is not like a reference and people expect that Britain might not have good food unless it's from somewhere else. But no, they don't. It's true. The Italian food is good. But apart from that, they do have their own things. I just don't think that it's very well known outside of Britain what weird stuff they came up with for themselves. Because honestly, most of it is a bit suspicious. So, without further ado, let's get into it. We'll start with the sweet side because that's the weirdest to me. And let's hit it. So, first thing, Cadbury comes from England, so obviously everything can be Cadbury chocolate flavored. They have cream eggs all year long. They have cream eggs ice cream, they have cream eggs cake bites, they have cream egg everything. They are really into cream egg. So honestly, I'm not surprised that a lot of them have diabetes. Meh. Shade. Another weird thing, chocolatey flavored they came up with is white chocolate Cocoa Puffs. Like already the regular Cocoa Puffs didn't really taste like chocolate, so you can all imagine that the white chocolate one is just gonna taste like some over sugarified Rice Krispie. Like, why would you do that? Why would you do white chocolate Cocoa Puffs? It's clearly not gonna be good. And to be fair, it's always full. Even now that we're having to ration what we're eating and a bunch of cereals are sold out, there's still the white Cocoa Puff on the shelf. It says it all. The third odd thing they do is they have figured a way to make everything that is fun and nice about chocolate orange flavored. Orange flavored. Like orange flavored brownie, orange flavored chocolate cake, and even orange flavored mini eggs. Like, I don't know why Smarties agreed to collaborate on that one because clearly that was too British and probably not good at all. And again, the rack is full as you can see. So, orange flavored everything chocolatey. Sometimes you just need to let it go. Like a good brownie is a good brownie. You don't need to bang on it, okay, with some ugly orange flavor. And most of the time very chemical. So I don't know what that is, but they have this really big hype about orange flavoring things. Another thing that they do to desserts that I think probably needs to stop, or they need to tone it down a little, is stuffed cupcakes. Like, everybody loves cupcakes. Every nation in the world has cupcakes because cupcakes are foods of the god. But you take the cupcake, which is already really sweet, and you add some icing on top of that, which, classic, very good. There's a million ways to eat that. But they stuff it with jam, or with extra icing, or with, most of the time, if it was just extra icing, I'd be on board with it, because let's face it, icing is great. But it's like some weird chocolatey syrup, or blueberry syrup, or some kind of weird jelly or syrup. And both of them taste really fake. Both of them are gooey and end up like wetting the cake. And none of them are as good as the icing. So you're just trying to get around that so you can have the cake and the icing and not end up with a mouthful of glorified golden syrup. So why are they doing that? Who knows? But they do that a lot, so clearly it's selling. But I cringe a little every time. And it kind of has ruined cupcakes for me. I'm not gonna lie. Again, on the sweet side, they have this weird thing with sweet drinks. So, we in America, North America, drink a lot of fruit juice. And some of it is really fake and like glows in the dark. But a lot of it is actual fruit blend, like without concentrates or as pure as possible, just the juice and the water. We do what we can, you know? But here, they don't drink that much fruit juice. They drink what they call squash. And squash is a sad excuse for a juice because you take a glass of water and you squash in a few pumps of this concentrated, dodgy thing, and then it makes some kind of fruit flavored water. Like, that's not juice. That's a lie. That's a sad, sad cousin of juice. Like, why are they all drinking that? I don't know. And even the kids, they're asking for it. They're like, oh, are we gonna have squash with this special activity? Why would you want squash when you can have like a nice blend of strawberry and banana? Like, what? What? And they have such good apple juice too over here. Why are they all drinking squash? And especially, again, the fake orange flavored squash. What's up with that? Like, where did that come from? Why is it so sad? So that's another thing I'm like asking myself a lot of questions about. And it's kind of the same thing for Vimto, which is a drink that comes from Manchester. And again, it's a big mix of like bitter berries with fizzy drink mixed together to taste like some kind of sad non-alcoholic cider. Not very good once again. They really like it. It's kind of their own Coca-Cola, if you like. It's their own version of an extra popular fizzy drink. But I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan of fizzy, although that might be my fault. And now the last thing on this sweet list. And the biggest blasphemy, in my opinion, as a person from North America, their popcorn. Their popcorn is often sweet. And now I don't mean the nice caramel flavored or toffee covered popcorn that we can find in fairs. Here, I'm talking about plain old popcorn, no butter, barely any oil, just plain popcorn powdered with sugar and then heated. So yes, the sugar does melt a little, but it tastes like sweet cardboard. Like, why are they eating that? Why is that one of the only options at the cinema? Like, what is up with that? And they sell like buckets of them and they get humid over here. This country is really humid. Like, my hair is the proof of that. Clearly, popcorn will end up catching all the humidity and then it doesn't taste very good because it's not buttered or caramel. Ew, the popcorn here is sad. That is one of the only things that I keep bringing back from Canada. Every time I have a friend coming from Canada or a family member coming, or I ask my parents to send me a nice little box, there's always buttered popcorn in it because they do have some salted popcorn, but again, no butter, barely any oil, just a bunch of salt spreaded on natural popcorn. So again, salted cardboard. Just, I don't know what they're doing to popcorn, but they're not treating it right, guys. They're just not. Moving on from the sweet to the salty side. Salty has less weird, but the flavors are way more awkward. So I don't know if sweet is the weirdest or salty is the weirdest, but it's all weird. So the first thing, they have the oddest chip flavors. And I know, here chips is like what we call French fries, but I'm talking about like the crispy things that you can like binge a whole bag while watching a movie, kind of. They have like this obsession with prawn cocktail chips. Hashtag crisps. Like, yeah, like shrimp flavored chips. I don't even have words. Chips and shrimp. Shrimp and chips. Shrimp should only be something you eat fresh, like in a nice sauce with pasta, or grilled, or deep fried. It shouldn't be something that can stay on a shelf for like decades. And it doesn't taste actually like shrimp, to be fair. It just tastes some kind of weird, salty, awkward taste that you're not exactly able to say what that is. But anyways, they're hyped on it. It's in every party, and I don't get it. And then they also have a lot of spicy chips. Like, you have to be ready. You need a drink if you're gonna eat chips here because a lot of them are like sweet Thai chili chips or some kind of weird extra spicy cheese puff cheese chip or every everything is extra spicy. Everything is here to make your nose run. It's a battle. They do really good salt and vinegar though, because that's really strong and you can actually appreciate the flavor. But all the other ones are like a bit weird. I think there's literally someone on YouTube who made a video about that because they have so many weird flavors. A lot of pickled options as well. Also a bit too extra is their ramen flavors. Ramen? I don't know how you pronounce it. My accent is all over the place. But those weird Asian noodles have some really weird flavors in England. Like southern fried chicken? Are we in Louisiana and I didn't see that? Like, I don't get it. And it tastes horrible. And it's like glow in the dark orange. It's really not cute to look at and not good in taste, because in the end you don't actually taste the chicken, it just tastes extra spicy. So why not just label it spicy ramen, you know? But they have also a bunch of different curry mixes, which I think are pretty legit because we have a big Indian Pakistani community. But some of the other flavors I just don't get. Some of them are sweet too. Like, why would you have sweet ramen? What are you doing with your life? And the last but not the least, beans. They put beans on everything. Jacket potato, pour beans on it. Steak, pour beans on it. Bread, pour beans on it. That's kind of normal, I think, but then they add ketchup over it. So it's like bread, bean, ketchup. They put beans on everything. They put beans on pasta. Like, and I'm not talking like some kind of fancy vegan mix. No. Just plain pasta, reheat it in the microwave, pour a can of beans on that. And again, ketchup if you have some on hand. Like, why? They eat it cold, they eat it hot, they eat it in every single possible mixture. They eat it sweet, they eat it spicy, they eat it with meat, or they eat it with ketchup, they eat it with everything. Just name anything. Literally, every time I have a meal that is not satisfactory in my lunch, my colleagues are like, you should add beans on it. A shepherd pie with beans on it? Are you okay? Like, I don't get it. They have an obsession with beans and they could eat beans every meal and be fine, and it's somewhat horrible. Like, not something you should be eating every meal. Like, just, especially in that weird orange juice they have it in. Ugh. Anyhow, these are the weird habits I've come across in England, food-wise, and some of the weird food that I'm still asking myself questions about. I've tasted most of them, to be fair, and some of them have won me over. Like, I can now appreciate some orange chocolate cake or some, well, obviously, who wouldn't appreciate like a cream egg ice cream? Like, you need to be damaged to not appreciate that. But some of them are still hella weird, like those beans and some of those southern chicken fried ramen. Like, what's up, Britain? Anyways, so here is where I'm gonna stop for today. Please stay inside, please stay safe, and well, if you have any more weird British things that you are aware of that I have not mentioned here, please comment down below, and there will probably be a part 2 to this because let's face it, they have so much weird things on their shelves. So many. Anyhow, like and subscribe. See you soon. Oh, by the way, shout out to Hartwell. I miss you guys.